What happens when you stop making excuses? The silent habit that is holding you back. Many people have big dreams, a better life, more money, better health, confidence, freedom. But most people do not reach these dreams, not because they are stupid, not because they are unlucky, but because of one silent habit. That habit is making excuses. An excuse sounds small. It sounds harmless. It sounds reasonable. I'm too tired today. I will start tomorrow. I am not ready yet. I do not have time. I am not good enough. These words feel safe. They protect your comfort. They protect your fear. But slowly they destroy your future. Excuses do not shout. They whisper. They speak softly in your mind. They sound like your own voice. That is why they are dangerous. Every time you make an excuse, nothing changes. And when nothing changes, your life stays the same. Day after day, week after week, year after year. You wake up, you plan to change, you promise yourself, and then you delay again. This is how dreams die. Not in one big failure, but in small moments of delay. Many people think success comes from talent. They think successful people are special. They think successful people are lucky. This is not true. Success starts when excuses end. When you stop making excuses, something strange happens. Your mind becomes clear. Your actions become simple. Your life begins to move. At first, it feels uncomfortable because excuses protect you from pain. They protect you from fear. Without excuses, you must face yourself. You must face your habits. You must face your choices. This is the turning point. Most people avoid this moment because it is uncomfortable, because it is honest. But this moment is powerful. When you stop making excuses, you stop lying to yourself. And when you stop lying to yourself, you grow. Think about this. If you want a better body, what do you say? I will start when I have time. I will start next week. If you want better English, what do you say? I'm too busy. I'm too old. If you want more money, what do you say? The economy is bad. I do not have connections. Each excuse feels true, but each excuse keeps you still. Life rewards movement, not intention. Dreams do not care about your reasons. They only care about your actions. When you stop making excuses, responsibility returns to you. This is scary for many people because responsibility means power, and power means you cannot blame others anymore. You cannot blame your past. You cannot blame your family. You cannot blame society. You must look at your choices. This moment feels heavy, but it is also freeing, because if your choices created your problems, your choices can also create your success. Excuses remove control from your hands. Action puts control back. This is why stopping excuses feels shocking. You suddenly realize how much time you wasted, how many chances you ignored, how many days you delayed. This realization hurts, but it wakes you up. You begin to see patterns. You see how often you avoid discomfort. You see how often you choose easy over right. And now you can change. Change does not require motivation. Change requires honesty. You do not need to feel ready. You need to start. Most beginners wait for confidence, but confidence comes after action. When you stop making excuses, you act even when you feel weak. This builds real strength. Strength is not loud. Strength is quiet. Strength shows up every day. One small action, one honest decision. At first, the results are small, but small results create belief. Belief creates momentum. Momentum changes everything. This is how transformation begins. Not with inspiration, not with motivation, but with a decision. A decision to stop explaining. A decision to stop delaying. A decision to act now. Many people think their problem is lack of time, but time is not the problem. The problem is avoidance. When something matters, you find a way. When it does not, you find an excuse. This truth is uncomfortable, but it is real. When you stop making excuses, your standards rise. You stop accepting average. You stop accepting delay. You start asking better questions. What can I do today? What is the next small step? Not next year, not next month. Today. Life changes when today changes. This is why excuses are dangerous. They push life into tomorrow. But tomorrow is not promised. All real progress lives in now. When you stop making excuses, your self-respect grows. You trust yourself again because your words match your actions. This creates inner peace. No more guilt, no more regret, just movement. This is the beginning.
Part 2. What changes inside your mind when excuses disappear? When excuses disappear, your mind changes first. Not your body, not your life. Your thinking changes. This change is quiet, but it is powerful. Before, your mind looked for comfort. Now, your mind looks for solutions. This is a big shift. Most people use excuses to escape discomfort. Discomfort feels dangerous, but it is not. Discomfort is a signal. It means growth is near. When you stop making excuses, you stop running. You stay. You face the feeling. At first, fear becomes louder. Fear says, "What if I fail? What if I look stupid? What if I am not good enough?" These thoughts are normal. Everyone has them. The difference is action. Excuses listen to fear. Action moves with fear. When you act while afraid, your brain learns something new. It learns that fear is not death. It learns that fear can be managed. This is how courage is built. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is movement with fear. Each time you act without excuses, your mind grows stronger. The voice of doubt becomes weaker. Not silent, just weaker. Now something important happens. Your identity begins to change. Before, you saw yourself as someone who plans, someone who waits, someone who delays. Now you see yourself as someone who acts. Identity is powerful. You do not rise to your goals, you fall to your identity. When your identity changes, behavior changes naturally. You no longer force yourself, you simply do what matches who you are becoming. This is why small actions matter. A beginner thinks small actions are useless. They are wrong. Small actions send a message to your brain. I am someone who shows up. This message repeats, day after day. Soon it becomes belief. Belief creates consistency. Consistency creates results. Results create confidence. Confidence creates bigger action. This is the cycle. Excuses break this cycle. Action restores it. Another change happens inside your mind. You stop needing motivation. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. Action is logical. It stays. When you rely on motivation, you feel stuck. When you rely on habits, you feel free. Stopping excuses forces you to build habits. Simple habits, daily habits. Not big goals, not perfect plans. Just small promises kept. This builds self-trust. Self-trust is more important than confidence. Confidence is about ability. Self-trust is about honesty. When you trust yourself, you move faster. You stop overthinking. You stop waiting. You act.
Overthinking is another excuse. It feels smart, but it delays action. When excuses disappear, clarity appears. You know what matters. You know what does not. You stop chasing everything. You focus on one step. Clarity simplifies life. Simple actions repeated are stronger than complex plans delayed. Your brain loves simplicity. When tasks are simple, resistance is low. This is why beginners should start small. Not easy, small. Easy avoids growth. Small invites growth. There is a difference. When excuses leave, responsibility stays. Responsibility feels heavy at first, but it creates freedom. Because now your future is in your hands, not in luck, not in people, not in circumstances. Your choices matter. This realization changes how you see problems. Problems become feedback. Mistakes become lessons. Failure becomes information. Nothing is wasted anymore. Even bad days teach you something. This mindset is powerful. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? You start asking, what can this teach me? Growth begins here. Another important change happens. You stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is another hidden excuse. I'm behind. They are better. Comparison drains energy. Action builds energy. When you focus on your path, progress becomes visible. Even slow progress feels good because it is real. Excuses create fantasy. Action creates reality. Reality builds confidence. Now, discipline enters your life. Discipline is misunderstood. It is not punishment. It is structure. Discipline removes decision fatigue. You do not ask, should I do it today? You simply do it. This saves mental energy. Your mind becomes calmer. Less thinking, more doing. This creates peace. Peace does not come from rest. It comes from alignment. When your actions match your values, you feel calm. Excuses create inner conflict. Action creates inner order. You sleep better, you feel lighter, because you are no longer running from yourself. This is shocking for many people. They think action will exhaust them, but avoidance is more exhausting. Avoidance creates guilt. Guilt drains energy. Action releases energy. Even imperfect action feels better than perfect delay. Your brain starts to trust effort over outcome. You stop chasing fast success. You focus on daily progress. This mindset is rare, but it is unstoppable. Now your patience grows. You understand that real change takes time. You stop quitting early. You stay longer. Staying longer is a superpower. Most people quit too soon. When excuses disappear, quitting loses its power. You still feel tired, you still feel doubt, but you continue. This is maturity. Not emotion, not excitement, commitment. Your mind becomes steady. This steadiness creates confidence others can feel. People trust those who act. Opportunities come to movers, not talkers, not planners, doers. Part 3. How to live without excuses and build a new life. Living without excuses is not about being perfect. It is about being honest. You will still feel tired. You will still feel afraid. You will still feel lazy sometimes. This is human. The difference is what you do next. People with excuses stop. People without excuses adjust. Adjustment is power. You do not quit, you change the approach. This mindset keeps you moving. Start with one simple rule. Do not explain, act. When you feel resistance, do something small. Very small. 5 minutes, 1 page, 1 sentence. Small action breaks resistance. Resistance grows in stillness. It dies in motion. This is a law of progress. Your job is not to feel ready. Your job is to begin. Beginners often wait for confidence. This is a mistake. Confidence is built after action. Action first, confidence later. Create a daily non-negotiable. One action you do every day, no matter what. Bad day, good day, busy day. Still do it. This builds identity. I am someone who shows up. This sentence changes everything. Do not build goals, build systems. Goals end, systems continue. A system is a simple routine. Wake up, do the action, move on. No drama, no debate. This removes excuses at the root. Excuses need space. Systems remove space. Make your environment support you. Remove distractions. Prepare tools in advance. If you want to study English, open the book before sleeping. If you want to exercise, prepare clothes the night before. Environment is stronger than motivation. Design your life for action. Track effort, not results. Results are slow. Effort is immediate. When you track effort, you feel progress every day. This keeps you consistent. Consistency beats intensity. Always. Do not wait for big changes. Big changes come from small actions repeated. 1 step per day. That is enough. Stop asking, is this enough? Ask instead, did I act today? That question keeps you honest. Forgive yourself quickly. Mistakes will happen. Missing 1 day is normal. Missing 2 days creates a pattern. Return fast. No guilt, no punishment, just return. Guilt is another excuse. Learn from failure, then move on. Your past does not define your next step. Only your next action does. Stop consuming too much information. Information feels productive, but action creates change. Learn a little, apply immediately. This builds confidence faster than learning more. Protect your energy. Energy is currency. Sleep enough, eat simply, move your body. Low energy creates excuses. High energy supports discipline. Choose your circle carefully. People who complain create excuses. People who act create courage. You do not need many people. You need the right ones. Even one example is enough. Be that example for yourself. Speak differently to yourself. Words shape identity. Do not say, I must. Say, I choose. Choice creates ownership. Ownership creates power. Remember this truth. You are not late. You are early in your transformation. The moment you stop making excuses, you take control of your life. This moment is shocking because you realize something simple. No one is coming to save you. And that is good news because you can save yourself with small actions, daily honesty, quiet discipline. You do not need to change everything today. You need to change one decision today. That decision is simple. No more excuses, only action. This is how lives change. Slowly, quietly, permanently.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.